So we're looking at a particular question. We're given x is a number of items. We're given the demand function. D of x equals 1728 divided by the square root of x. The supply function is s of x equals 3 times the square root of x. Okay, so we're going to find the equilibrium quantity and the producer surplus at the equilibrium quantity in dollars. Okay, so we're looking for these two here. Okay, so here I've written out our problem. There's our demand function. There's our supply function. And I found the equilibrium quantity, and it was 576. You take the two functions, remember how you find where it's equilibrium, that's where these two intersect. So we set them equal to each other. Multiply both sides by square root of x. That gives me 3x equals 1728. Divide by 3, and I get x is, that's an x here, sorry, 576. So that is my equilibrium quantity. So my Q star. And then to find the P star, I just take that 576 and plug it back in to that x value. And let me bring up my calculator here. Okay, so I'll turn it on. And again, we plug it in either one of these. I'm going to use this one just because it's a little easier to use. Second square root, and I'm going to plug in that 576. And I get 72. So that's where that P value, move this back over there, that's where that P value of 72 comes from. Okay, so now using the formula here, which is for that producer surplus, that's what this is, I'm going to plug in, there's my P times Q, 576 times 72. 0 to Q star, which is 576, and then my supply function was the S of X, so that's my S of Q. Oh, let me go ahead, sorry about that, let me change this. We'll make sure those are the same variables, X there. Okay, so and we can integrate this by hand if you want to, or what I did is use my calculator. I did do 576 times 72. That's 41,184. So let me bring my calculator back over here. And I'm going to clear it. And in order to integrate it, move it over just a tad, go to math. And you can scroll up or down. I'm going to scroll up because this is the one I want. You can scroll either way. But I want the number 9. This is my integrate, my function. So I'll hit enter. And for this particular calculator, you put your function in first that we're integrating. So that's going to be 3 square root of x. So 3 square root, and here's my variable. Close that parenthesis there, comma, and then we're going to put what we're integrating with respect to what variable, and it happens to be x, comma, and then we put in our bounds, our limits, our lower limit and our upper limit, 0, comma, 576, and then close the parenthesis, and I'm going to hit enter, and sometimes it might take it a minute or two to calculate it depending on how difficult the integral is. But this should give us the integration. Now that's just this part right here. So we're subtracting it from this 27,648. We're going to subtract it from this 41,184, and that gives us our answer, which is 13,824. So that would be the producer's surplus.